Ìbùkún ni fún àwọn òkú tí ó sùn nínú Olúwa nítorí wọn ó bá Jésù jíǹde.
Life is like a pilgrimage with definite entry and exit state. For late Mrs. Agnes Ariola Fagbemi ni Alegbeleye, who entered this world on July 12, 1935. Her exit, July 28, 2018, was more comforting to her family members and friends who believed that the matriarch of the Fagbemi family had gone to a more glorious home. As part of the order of program for her funeral rites, which began with service of songs on Wednesday at her residence in Ado-Ekiti by the chorister of Deeper Life Bible Church, Ado-Ekiti, witnessed several dignitaries who had come to recount their unforgettable memories of the woman many described as disciplined, hardworking, honest, and kind-hearted. Earlier on Thursday, her body leaves mortuary at Ekiti State University Teaching Hospital.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way.
For our hometown, where a commendation service was held in her honor at her father's residence in Ose-Ekiti. These children were joined by family members, friends, colleagues, and neighbors to celebrate the late matriarch of the Fagbemi family.
Whatever God made her that time, I am a living witness to that.
That same day, Thursday, 18th of October 2018, the peaceful town of Ikole-Ekiti played host to guests from all walks of life, where scores of family members, friends, colleagues besieged our residence for our burial rites and pay their last respects. A wake-up service was held in our honor. During her eventful life as an extraordinary being, she was known for her values and hardcore discipline. Her honesty and generosity is second to none. A cheerful giver who has inspired and impacted the life of so many in our church and the community. This is Methodist Church, Nigerian Diocese of Ayedo-Ikole Circuit in Ikole Local Government, where the rite passage for late Mrs. Agnes Ariola Fagbemi ni Alegbeleye started. The procession into the church by the officiating minister and the Fagbemis kick off during the funeral service. It was a large congregation joined by our families, friends, colleagues. A long list of prominent personality was also there within and outside Nigeria to grace the occasion. The burial service featured the traditional Bible readings and hymn. In his sermon, the Very Reverend Agwade Presbyter, minister in charge of Methodist Church Ikole, described late Mrs. Agnes Ariola Fagbemi as a woman of integrity, discipline, and a devout Christian with family values. She is a goal-getter and a hard-working woman. The families and the congregation danced to thanksgiving to God for a life well spent. And that brought the church service to a close. The congregation then moved to say their final farewell as the body of late Mrs. Agnes Ariola Fagbemi was carried by the pallbearer to the church cemetery, where her remains was committed to Mother Earth.
The bridge, there's no more sorrow. Across the bridge, there's no more pain. The sun will shine across the river, and you'll never be young people again.
The life and time of this woman seems to have been defined with her close affinity with people of different persuasion, the old, the young, poor and rich. She was a very loyal, dependable woman, especially to her friends, families and associates. The family entertained guests at the reception where dignitaries were treated to sumptuous meal, good quality music by the band, and real cracking of joke by the MC. Later, Mrs. Timidola Akinfe, Mama's first daughter, radiantly dressed in her trademark outfit, took to the dance floor. She acknowledged shares from her guests, including families, friends, and loved ones. The fun was unlimited. Many people believed that the account of late Mrs. Agnes Ariola Fagbemi would not be complete without drawing the necessary lessons, especially from her background. She loved education. She believed education is the best asset you will ever give to your children. She was the first woman in Osin-Ekiti to have access to education, which was a landmark achievement for her. She started her basic primary school in Ekiti. She obtained a standard 6 certificate. She started working with that certificate at St. Stephen Modern School, Ondo, from 1957 to 1960. She was transferred to Messiah Modern School, Akure, from 1961 to 1964. Mrs. Ariola Fagbemi later proceeded to the University of Ibadan for her associateship certificate in education. She served in various communities she lived and worked in. She was the headmistress at St. Peter's Primary School, Methodist Primary School, St. Xavier African Church School, all in present Bay, Ekiti State. And for her selfless service, she was appointed to the Ekiti Judiciary Court and worked as a customary court judge for many years. Mommy Fagbemi retired from civil service in 1994 and started a rental company. Her love for education compelled her to return to a private school in Otun, Ekiti. Mrs. Ariola Fagbemi spent the later years living in the United Kingdom with her 2 eldest daughters and grandchildren. She was a born-again Christian. She was a member of Deeper Life Bible Church in Nigeria and RCCG Praise Tabernacle in the United Kingdom.
My name is Ariola Fagbemi. I come from Nigeria to visit my children, and I attend Praise Tabernacle Church. And since I've been attending, I see that the church is wonderful in praises and prayers, and the way the children of God embrace me as an elder, I thank God for it.
As the oldest member of the RCCG Praise Tabernacle, she enjoyed fellowship with all and was well loved.
The music people, Brother Lifted, Brother who's looking at me, and all members of the church, you are wonderful people, you are good friends. I've never seen this type. There's a song they sing.
Here is what people say about her.
I'm Jola Oyewole Ni Fagbemi. I confess that she's a wonderful stepmother, a peaceful stepmother. In African culture, we believe that stepmother will have one evil or the other to do to you, but she's not like that. She's a godly woman, a woman after God's own heart, a woman that fears the Lord, a woman that always tells me in Yoruba, ani ejo, ẹ bá mi kó àwọn àbúrò yín pọ̀, ẹ bá mi kó àwọn àbúrò yín pọ̀, ẹ máa gbàdúrà fún wọn. And 1 or 2 times that I've seen her praying, she wakes up by 12, between 1, 2, she always pray. She will kneel down, bow down her head, and pray. She was a member of Deeper Life Bible Church, and which I believe that she's in heaven resting. She's watching us from heaven, and I believe where she is better than here on earth. And I believe one day we will meet her at the feet of Jesus.
Mom is unassuming. She doesn't like public clay. She doesn't like people to notice her. She's always at the background, and she does her things without you knowing that she's the one doing it. She's a very kind-hearted person. I'll miss her a lot. I don't know. It's something I cannot even say.
Olùfẹ́ kò sí má ṣe mí bòdèlè àyà olùgbàlà rẹ̀ afẹ́ ọ̀ṣùpá Jésù fẹ́ ojú súnre súnre súnre. A pleasant wife, a beautiful wife, a prayer warrior wife. Sunre o, look after your children. They have taken proper care of you. Má sùn o, òkú ọlọ́mọ kìí sùn o. Sunre o.
She's just a mother to my family. Even today I have to, despite the fact that my father is not feeling that good, I have to bring him down here to make sure that he's there tonight. So mommy is on positive note. She's someone that you cannot even take away from us, from our lives, even from now to the end of life, because her impact was so powerful. And even the children, when you look at the sequence from mommy to the children and even to us, it's more like a clique, like a circle, and she has been blessing her life positively, and that's the truth about it.
My name is Comfort Onifuke Alebele. I'm here to honor my mom. She's like mom to me. Always calling me from US. Mama, even when I talked to her a few days before she died, she called me and said, when are you coming back to Nigeria? I said, I'll be here in October. She said, okay, when you come to Nigeria, I'll come and see you, or you come and see me. If you have to talk, I'll pray for you. So she's like a motherly figure in my life. She calls, she prays for my kids. I've known her now for almost 30 years. But she's supposed to be my in-law. Yeah, but I see her as my mom. That's the way I see her. I'm very happy that I'm here, but I'm sad that I have nobody to talk to, nobody to call, to ask for advice, to ask for prayers. I'm going to miss that. But I'm happy that I'm able to make it. Despite that, it's difficult to fly all the way from the US, but I'm going to be here no matter. I just came from Lagos now, from US to Lagos here.
My name is Tolani Olorunfemi. I'm second biological child. She has so many children, but I'm a second biological child. You know one thing, this is the easiest thing to do. My mom was truly a good mother, a committed mother, a prayer warrior, a lover of peace. She loved the Word of God, and she was very educated. She valued education, she loved Christ, and she loved people, she loved children. She loved children, she loved people around her. So I can't just stop. It's so easy to describe how lovely my mother. I find it difficult to even say she was. I'm still using the word she is, because I believe my mom lives on in our lives. So my mom was a beautiful, she loved pictures, she loved taking pictures. And you can see most of us taking pictures, selfies. She was a fantastic mom. I live in England, and my mom used to visit me every year. She used to spend 6 months, with me and the children. I'm going to miss my mom's prayer, the Word of God, the telephone calls when she's away, our warmth, our affection, our calmness. She was a peaceful mother. So I'll miss those phone calls. The first day of the week of the month, My mom on her birthdays, the children's birthdays, she remembers all of them. My mom was amazing. She was awesome. She forever lives in my life. She was my friend. She was my confidant. And my mom, I can't just stop talking about my mom, but I will miss the calls, the prayer, the word of God, the photographs. She loved clothing. She loved dressing up. You know, I forever ever have my mom here. You know, one thing, we had a service for my mom in London on the 19th of September, and it was jam-packed. My mom was really loved, and several people from England, from Praise Tabernacle, from Wembley, from Trafford 100, all over London, England, they send their greetings and love across to Nigeria. We love you all.
My name is Temidola Abiodun Fagbemi Akinfe, Mrs. It's mixed emotion. First of all, I'm thankful to God that she lived to be 83 years old, and she lived a fantastic life. She was able to accomplish all that she set to do. She lived for the past 12 years with us in London, traveling to and fro. She's probably flown more times than any of us, our children, just from being with these grandchildren here and grandchildren there. So I'm thankful in so many ways. She lived a good life. It was not always easy. It was bittersweet. But why I would be sad today is because she's gone. And the beautiful things she used to do for us in the mornings, like calling me every day, praying for me, sometimes being annoying with the prayers, but you know what? I miss those annoyances now, because she's just a gentle, beautiful, inside and out woman. She did not like to quarrel with anyone. She holds no offense. She does not give any offense. And sometimes quiet people can be misconstrued, and sometimes she is, but you know what? She chose the path of peace. I want to start with the people that came from the US. My cousin Tokumbo Alegbeleye Dada, you surprised me. My sister Funke from the US, you surprised me. I am so grateful for your attendance. Oh, my best friend Aderele came all the way from London, and she has been with me. She has supported me. She's not just a friend, she's a sister. From the day mommy died, she's been by my side. I must acknowledge her. I must also acknowledge my own siblings. My younger sister Tolani, my younger sister Morisola, my brother Fola, and my younger sister Bimbo. They have all been good to me. They've all been kind to me. They stayed with me. They supported me. Thank you. I must acknowledge the Alegbeleye family. They've been a good family. They've been supportive, and I thank you. I cannot mention everybody's name, but I can also mention the Fagbemi family.
Orúkọ mi ni wọ́n ń pè ní Fagbemi Fọláfúlúwà Tèmítọ́pẹ́. Èmi ni ọkùnrin ẹyọkan tó bí nínú àwọn mẹ́rin. O gbúdọ̀ torí pé ìyá mi jẹ́ ẹyọkan tó yẹ pé inú ilé yìí ta tẹ́ wọn sí nígbà tí o tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ sówó ní 1980. Ó gbìyànjú, ó ṣe dáadáa, ó tọ́ wa. Bó oníkálukú gan ṣe ń lọ sílùú òyìnbó, Ọlọ́run ló yé. Kì í ṣe pé bóyá owó kan wà níbi kan tí wàá dúpẹ́ fún gbogbo ẹ̀. Ìyá mi ò ṣépè fún yàn rí pé báyìí kò ṣépè fún yàn rí lójú mi. Ìyẹn máa ń kọ́kọ́ bà mí lẹ́rù gan pa ẹ̀ pé mọ́mì. So kò ṣépè fún yàn rí lójú mi. Kò ṣèbàjẹ́ èèyàn lẹ́yìn. Tó bá ti yàtọ̀ sí pé ó ń lọ sí church àti ilé ẹ̀, mi ò rí kó bá àwọn kan pé wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n to ẹjọ́ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan rí. Church, pastor, ilé, ó tọ́.
My name is Mrs. Morisola Benson ní Fagbemi, the last born of my mama Agnes Ariola Alegbeleye. My mom is the best mother in the world. I normally call her San, senior Abiyam of Nigeria. My mom is the best mother in the whole world. She's caring, she's peaceful, She's a peacemaker. She's a loving mother. Mommy, we'll miss you. Here's when they will miss you. Myself, Morisola, Olubumi, I'll miss you so dearly. And your loving Charles, Kingsley, and Treasure will miss you so much, because we have hope that we'll meet on Resurrection Day. Good night, Mommy. We all love you. Good night.
I'm Ike Esema Ni Fatemi. She's our mother. She's my father's wife. She was a good woman. She lived a Christian life. She's always praying. And if you listen to her prayers, she was never mentioning her own biological children. She's always mentioning from Jola to Mori. My senior sister is Jola. Mori is her last child. You know, she's very inclusive. She's very caring. That's why we remember, we celebrate her life. And she's a Christian, and we know she's with the Lord.
My name is Mrs. Faramola Onolapo Ni Fagbemi. We give God the glory for a life spent of Mommy. She's a very peaceful woman and she has died in the Lord. We want to bless God Almighty for her life and all the beautiful children that she has left behind. She's a very prayerful woman. And the times that I've encountered her, she has taught us to pray, that we should pray for ourselves, we should love God and we should serve God. My advice for family and friends is that we should uphold the virtue that she has left behind. The legacy of being a prayerful mother is very important for us to pray and to live a peaceful life.
She was such a beautiful woman who gave her heart to all that knew her. Her love and passion for God and humanity was a gift only from her Maker. It is therefore important that we live our lives not for what we can enjoy in it, but for what we can leave behind for posterity, knowing that death is a sure banker for all living beings. May her very generous soul find rest in the bosom of the Lord. Amen.
Favour Crew is the best in the whole world. If you have not used Favour photography and videography, you are on a long team. You have to use them. They are the best. They have good equipment. I'm an event planner. I'm recommending them to all event planners in Nigeria that they should use Favour Crew. I live in London. To get this level of service, I see good quality of service all the time, and sometimes you can still criticize it, but this has been fantastic. You know what? My contact with the Favour is just God ordained. It's very competitive, very professional, very courteous, and I highly recommend him. If there is any opportunity to do any occasion in Nigeria, I will recommend it. If he has the opportunity to come to London, use him in London.
iléeṣẹ́ Favour adúpẹ́ lọ yín dáadáa tẹ wáyé ara sí ọlọ́run á gbé iléeṣẹ́ yín ga ìrànlọ́wọ́ tó ga látọ̀dọ̀ ọlọ́run a máa ń pè nínú English pé divine visitation